In today's video, we will be making this beautiful lace throw. I used about 2300 yards of Impeccable Yarn by Loops and Threads and a hook size I 5.5 millimeters. The finished measurements of my throw are approximately 78 inches by 46 inches. The multiple for this stitch is 4 plus 2. To make my throw, I started with 150 chains, but to make my sample, I will start with 26 chains. I make my slip knot and I chain 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I have 26 chains and I'm ready to start my first row. Into the second chain from the hook, I make a single crochet. We never count the chain on the hook, we always start counting from the next chain. 1, 2. So into the second chain, I make a single crochet. Then I make 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I skip 3 chains. 1, 2, 3, and into the next chain, I make a single crochet. Now again, I make 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I skip 3 chains. 1, 2, 3, and make a single crochet into the next chain. And I continue crocheting this way until the end of this row. Here I crocheted until the end of this row and I ended with a single crochet into the last chain. Now 4 chains and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm ready to start my next row. Into the next chain space, I make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 1 and into the next chain space I make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now the pattern repeats. Again, I make 1 chain and 3 double crochets into the next chain space. 1, 2, 3. And I continue crocheting this way until the end of this row. Here I am at the end of the row and I finish with a treble into the last single crochet. So yarn over twice and I make a treble. Now 3 chains and turn. 1, 2, 3. And I'm ready to start my next row. Into the next 3 double crochets, I make a double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Now chain 1 and again into each of the next 3 double crochets I make a double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Again 1 chain and 3 double crochets and I continue crocheting this way until the end of this row. Here I am at the end of the row and I end this row with a double crochet into the top chain of the turn and chain 4. Now chain 6 and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now over the next 3 double crochets, I will make 3 double crochets finished together. So yarn over and I make a first double crochet, but I don't finish it. Then I make my second double crochet into the next double crochet and again I don't finish it. Then I make a third double crochet into the next double crochet and now I finish them all together. Now 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over the next 3 double crochets I will make 3 double crochets finished together. First double crochet, but I don't finish it. My second double crochet, but I don't finish it. And the third double crochet, and now I finish them all together. Now again 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 double crochets finished together over the next 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And I continue crocheting this way until the end of the row. Here I am at the end of this row, and I finished this row with 2 chains, 1, 2, and a treble into the top chain of the turning chain 3. Now I make 1 chain and turn, and I'm ready to start my row 5. I make a single crochet into this first beginning stitch. Now 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I skip this next chain 2 space, and into the next chain 5 space I make a single crochet. Now again 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the next chain 5 space I make a single crochet, and again 5 chains and a single crochet into the next chain 5 space, and I continue this way until the end of this row. Here I am at the end of the row, and now I'm going to make my last single crochet. And remember, here I made 6 chains, and I'm going to make my last single crochet into the 4th chain, counting from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where I finish my row. And from this point I only need to repeat rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the pattern. And here I repeated rows 2 to 5 once again, and this is what the pattern begins to look like. Very lacy and beautiful. And from this point you just continue crocheting this way until your blanket reaches the desired length. Here I made my crochet piece a bit longer, and the last row that I made was row 4. And now I'm ready to start working on the edging. And now I'm going to make a very simple border, just a few rounds of single crochets. I will crochet evenly around the entire piece, and I will make 3 single crochets into each corner space. So I do not turn here, but continue crocheting into the ends of rows. I make 1 chain, and into this corner space I make 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to crochet along this side, just making single crochets like this. I'm not counting my stitches, just keeping an eye that my edge is not too tight and it's not ruffled. And I just continue crocheting like this. Here I am at the next corner, and I make 3 single crochets into the corner space. 1, 2, 3. And now I will continue crocheting along this side. I have this tail, I will crochet over it so it gets hidden. And again, I don't count my stitches, I just crochet evenly, and I'm making sure that my edge is not too tight and it's not ruffling. And here I am at the next corner, and again I make 3 single crochets into the corner space. and continue crocheting along this side. Making sure that my border is not too tight and not ruffling. And again, I am at the corner and I make 3 single crochets into the corner space. And now I will continue crocheting into the last row. And here I got to the end of the entire round and I join it with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. And now I simply need to make 2 more rounds of single crochets into each single crochet around my entire piece. So I make 1 chain, I make a single crochet, and then into the next single crochet, which is my corner space, I make 3 single crochets. And then I just continue crocheting a single crochet into each single crochet across to the next corner, and into the next corner again I will make 3 single crochets, and I will continue crocheting like this all the way around. And here I finished the second round of single crochets, and I will make 1 more round of single crochets, making 3 single crochet into each corner space, 2, 3, and then just making a single crochet into each single crochet. And here I made a third round of single crochets and I'm ready to fasten off. And this is how you can make a simple lace throw.